Responsibilities for business analyst. I'm going to type as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, the role of a business analyst is nothing but a mediator between
Business team and the development team.
right. So we can say technical team and the client.
Okay, very good.
Okay. And what are the responsibilities?
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're just, we can
Yeah.
guess it.
Okay. Okay, so these are the two main responsibilities of a business analyst. That is taking care of client requirements, gathering client requirements, and taking complete ownership of the client requirements. Say if the client gives a lot of requirements to the IT company, and a business analyst transforms those requirements into a language which is understood by the technical team, so that they can deliver a particular solution on what the client actually needs.
Got it.
Right. Okay, now let's look at duties of a BA. Gathering requirements using elicitation techniques. Document requirements. Using Word, Microsoft Word. And these have to be in terms of the company specific documents that are used. So every company has a specific format and a document.
So you mean standard document format?
Yeah, it is something called IEEE standards. Okay, Institute of Electronic and Electrical Engineers. Okay, they have brought in some standards for business analyst documentation. I'm going to share all those documents with you.
Great.
Okay, and normally you document your gatherings on these particular standards. Next one is you model the requirements. Once you understand the requirements, the client requirements, then you change them slightly, or you model them so that the technical team can take it up from there. We use something called UML, which is called Unified Modeling Language. Okay, next. Now let us see what the technical team does. Once you gather the requirements using elicitation techniques from the client, and then you document the requirements using specific standards or formats of your company, and then you model the requirements using unified modeling language. Once you do that and give it to the technical team then takes it up from there, takes all these documents from you, and they get into design. And then they design the application. So you have a number of people who are working there who are technical people, like your network architect, solution architect, database architect, and also you have graphical user interface designer. So they get into picture there, and they develop the application.
Yeah, but hey,
And also,
would you mind marking a question mark on the first one? So when you're complete with this one, I have a question on the first design.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, yeah, thank you.
No problem. Now, so technical team takes care of design, development, and testing. Okay, during this process, the business analyst tracks what is going on with the application, because he needs to update the client of what is going on or what is happening. So he maintains a particular document called RTM, which is called Requirement
Traceability Metrics, right?
Very good, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, this is normally an Excel sheet. However, there are different documents, and again, it is again company specific.
Yeah, sometimes they have their local tools.
Yeah. Then BA also handles any change request from the client during this phase, from the starting till the end. Okay, so if you look at this, BA gathers requirements, documents requirements, models requirements, and hands them over to the technical team who take care of the design, development, and testing. So BA takes care of tracking the requirements from modeling, that is after modeling stage, the design and development and testing, to the UAT. So your RTM document has the track record from the design phase till the UAT.
Got it.
Yeah. So once if the BA change, once he handles the change request, right? He updates a particular tracker called CT, which is nothing but a change tracker.
Okay.
Yeah.
He updates the change tracker. Is it going to be a column in the Excel sheet on the traceability requirement metrics?
No, it is just a particular document with some rows and columns.
Okay, so it's a separate document, change tracker, right?
Exactly. Now this particular tracker also, it differs from company to company, and normally change tracker is updated once the project manager gives an approval.
Yeah, because change request, as per my understanding, it is a big thing. If we are using waterfall traditional model, if there is a requirement change come in, then we have to make changes in all the phases.
Absolutely. Okay. Now UAT is any idea about what UAT is?
User acceptance testing.
Good. Yeah. Now, user acceptance testing is nothing but, the client again testing whether the application what he's given the requirement for is correct. So he's going to use some of his data. He's going to put his data into the application and see if the application is behaving exactly the way he wants the application to do. So that is called user acceptance testing, and yeah.
Yeah, so this is totally different than unit testing, integration testing, system testing, because this is on very high level functional testing, we can say, because end user, BA does on behalf of end user if all their requirements are met, and the application functionality or activities are accurate to their requirement, right?
Yeah, normally BA facilitates what you call user acceptance testing. So he gives the knowledge to the client saying that this is the application that we've developed and this is how we can test it. So he's going to facilitate the UAT, and UAT is the last test before the client accepts the software.
Got it.
Yeah, and the system integration testing and component testing and unit testing comes during this particular phase, the testing phase.
Yeah, the tester guys do that, quality analysts, right?
Yeah, true, very true.
Mhm.
Okay, now you have a question in the design phase. Can you please shoot?
Yes, in design phase, or like here, I don't know about India, but I heard that a lot of clients expecting a BA to give them at least, a prototype of the
Yeah.
UI. So we
Okay.
have, I think, tools called Dreamweaver and Web Expression. That's what exactly a BA need to create something for the client, because as you said, BA goes to the client for gathering requirements or updating them
Yeah.
on that. So I had a question in my mind that we really need to know, as you put it, in the technical team. I think BA is really responsible over here for that. So what
Yes.
you think
I
on
mean,
that?
we have a prototyping tool called Axure. It is called a wireframe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to cover this, Harry, maybe in our next sessions.
Mm-hmm.
But it is too early to discuss about Axure, because Axure is a prototyping tool where you create the screens of the software. You can
Yeah,
develop any
we
particular
create the
thing. Yeah.
UI, right? We create the actual
Yes.
UI, right? Just
Yeah.
dumb application, actually how
Yeah.
the page will be looking like. Yeah, we use over here. They use Dreamweaver and Web Expression. Dreamweaver is very common. Anyways, I mean, that was just question. I know we are not going to get into detail into that. So that's very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, move forward. Thanks,
No
buddy.
problem. Yeah. Welcome. Now next, yeah, this is about the BA responsibilities and duties. Now let us look at the international bodies
Mm-hmm.
which support business analysis. Okay, the first one is IIBA, which is International Institute of Business Analysis.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is QAI, which is Quality Assurance International.
Mm-hmm.
IIBA was set up in 2003, okay,
Mm-hmm.
primarily to focus on business analysis.
Mm-hmm.
QAI was there from 1980 onwards. We offer different courses in different programs.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a book called Babok from IIBA, International Institute of Business Analysis. The book covers 6 knowledge areas.
I'm sorry.
They offer 2 certification.
Yeah, what
The
that
book
book
the book that
called?
they give, the book
Can you
holds
type it
6
in,
knowledge
please?
areas.
6 knowledge
Okay.
areas. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I'll type it, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These are the contents, the chapters that are there. And you have 2 certifications for IIBA. One is CCBA and the other one is CBAP.
Mm-hmm.
Now, CCBA is Certified Competency for Business Analysis. CBAP is Certified Business Analysis Professional.
Got it.
Okay, and for CCBA certification, you have to have an experience of 3 years as a BA.
Mm-hmm.
And for CBAP, that is Certified Business Analysis Professional, is 5 years experience as a BA.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you don't
Both
mind, do you
these,
have any, Venkat, if you don't
yeah,
mind telling me, do you have any certifications, or you want to keep it secret?
no, we do support people on doing certification programs as well.
Wow, that's
Okay,
what
but
I
then,
was expecting. Yeah, because I
yeah,
have, when we have institute over here, we can do that certifications online too.
okay,
Yeah, I was looking
right,
into that. That's really good if you support that too, because I will be looking into certification very soon.
alright. Then QI has 9 skill categories. They
Mm-hmm.
focus on 9 skill categories, and there are 2 certifications for them.
Mm-hmm.
Then the first one is Certified Associate for Business Analysis,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is Certified Software Business Analyst.
Mm.
Okay, we have another body which is called Requirement Engineering Board. Requirements. But there is only one certification, which is Certified professional for requirement engineering. So this is not that popular. So two certifications which are popular are from IIBA and QAI. Right? Now we're going to discuss about requirements, because if you look at the business analyst profile, we normally gather requirements, document requirements, and model requirements. So the one word which is common is requirements. So we are the owners of requirements, and we have to ensure that the requirements are very, very clear, concise, and there's a lot of clarity in the requirements, because we understand the requirements from the client's perspective, and we reduce or maybe nullify any gaps or deviations in the requirements. Okay, make sure that our requirements are given correctly to the technical team. Because if the requirements are not given correctly to the technical team, the software which is being developed might not be what the customer expected.
Absolutely.
So we have to be very, very careful in terms of gathering requirements. Now I'm going to talk about requirements. So requirements are nothing but need of the client. Okay, there are 4 types of requirements. First one is business requirements. Second one is stakeholder requirements. Third one is solution requirements. Now under solution requirements you have functional, non-functional requirements.
Excuse me, please, Victor.
Sorry?
Yeah, excuse me,
Yeah.
please. Hey, can you ask that guy to record the session, or if it's already recording or not?
No, I mean, I don't think we are recording this session.
I think organizer must be the ability to record the session.
Okay.
If you can ask him,
No.
please.
Just yeah, Hari, hi.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think this session we do not know how to record it from here.
I think he's recording. If you look at the bottom of the small window for where we are chatting, it says this session is being recorded. You see that?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I
Yeah, I
think
can see that.
we're in good shape.
Okay, no problem. All right. Now, there are four types of requirements: business requirements, stakeholder requirements, solution requirements. Solution requirements again have functional and non-functional requirements. Then you have transition requirements. Okay. Now, business requirements is nothing but what the client requires. What does the business need? Next, stakeholder. Now, to introduce this word stakeholder can be a person, a group of persons, can be an organization, can be an institute, who are directly or indirectly affected by the proposed IT solution.
So,
right?
So you are saying these are not actual business; they are external actors, right?
No, I mean business requirements. See, I'll give you an example now. Now, if you take a particular company, right? Say, if for an example, if I take IIBA, okay, that's a company, and they have some requirements. They want to create a IT solution for the training. So that is a business requirement. But to understand how to take up that requirement, you need to understand the stakeholders who are going to use that application. So you might want to talk to the trainers, you might want to talk to the IT team there, you might want to talk to the students to get some feedback, or you might want to look at the methodology and the model it is going to be delivered in. So how the application should look from the stakeholder perspective. So stakeholder can be any person working within the organization, right, who will directly or indirectly have an impact with the proposed IT solution.
Got it. So
right?
then
So
let me try to put these in my words. So stakeholders or stakeholder is a person who is directly or indirectly impact
mm,
organization, or he is using some part or a big part of the system, right?
right now, as you're joining a particular company, right,
Uh-huh.
you are one of the stakeholders for that company.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh.
stakeholder can be a group of persons, can be an organization as a whole, can be an institute. So the all the employees of the companies that you're
Mm-hmm.
going to join are the stakeholders of that company. Now all the people who are going to use the services of your company are also your stakeholders because they're going to use your services and solutions.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. So that is what is called stakeholder requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Now let us look at solution requirements. Okay. Now solution requirements are of two types, which is functional requirements and non-functional requirements. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So solution requirement is nothing but how our software should behave, right? The software that we are going to develop, how it should behave to achieve business requirements and stakeholder requirements is called solution requirements. So your
Got it.
solution requirements is nothing but it is using both business requirements and stakeholder requirements,
Mm-hmm.
right? How
Mm-hmm.
our software should behave to achieve the requirements of both business and stakeholders is called solution requirements.
Got it.
Yeah? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let us look at functional requirements. Okay. Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, functional requirements is nothing but the navigation of screens. The navigation of screens through which functionality is achieved is called functional requirements. So I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
give you an example after this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
You can understand it more clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Then non-functional requirements describe the environment, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it shows how the system should behave. It
Mm-hmm.
is technical perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
And transition requirements are requirements that are one-time technical requirements, which could be an installation, it could be a deployment. So you can install your software. If you buy a software, you're going to install it. It's nothing but a transition requirement where you're just doing it for once. You're just putting the CD in and installing it. So normally the technical team does the installation or deployment is again a very huge software which has to be deployed across your organization is called deployment.
Mm-hmm.
And it is one time. That is called transition requirement.
Okay.
Okay. Now let us take a look at an example here. Say a store, a retail store. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the business requirement for the retail store is to accept payments, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now the stakeholder requirements, that is again people who are working in the store, maybe a cashier, maybe a teller, maybe a person who's handling the store, a store manager.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they say that we are accepting currently by cash. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they say by card, by check, and
Mm-hmm.
by card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now they say that see this is the mode initially by cash and by check, but now we want the card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they want to introduce a swipe machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let us look at the solution requirement for this.
Mm-hmm.
Functional requirement So let me insert a shape. Now I've designed a particular screen. Okay, maybe using Axure or a prototyping tool. Okay, I'm going to show the technical team that this is the requirement. This is how a screen should look like. It should capture by cash, by check, and the next one is by card. Yeah. Now the technical team understands that the requirement which the business needs is to integrate a swipe machine to accept the card payments. Right? And they're going to design a particular software which looks like this. Please swipe card on the swipe machine. Okay. Bill amount $350. Cash taken from the customer $500. Return $150. Yeah, $150. So the minute customer wants to accept the payment by card, you will click on the option for card, and this particular box will appear which says please swipe the card of the swipe machine. Once the card is swiped, yeah, the amount is taken into consideration. 350 is keyed in. Okay, then whatever cash the customer is giving there, if it is giving cash or it is giving by card, then the tray is going to open. There's going to be a tray at the counter if you observe, and they take the money, or they put the the receipt from the card reader into that, and they close it. So this is how it looks like. Right, so they're going to give two screens where once they use the card, this particular box will appear, which is highlighted here. Okay, please swipe the card on the machine. Once the card is swiped and the amount is keyed in, then the receipt is printed. Receipt goes into the counter. Otherwise, if it is by cash, they click on the cash option where another box is appeared where you have to key in the bill amount and what is the cash from the customer and what is returned to the customer.
Yeah, or in cash transaction
Okay.
simply.
Either by taking. Yeah, either by cash, by check or card, whatever it is. So you can add another box. Okay, saying that.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I understand. Even by cash, because cash usually is done by the representative at the store, so that person can do that manually, right?
Right.
So it's manually done by that person usually. So yeah, it really depends on the organization how things work. I totally understand that story.
Yeah. Now after this particular thing, you have something called transition requirement. It's again one-time technical requirement where you install this particular software.
I'm sorry. What is non-functional requirement over here?
Yeah, non-functional requirement is nothing but you are trying to integrate the swipe machine with the software. So you're going to develop a software which will allow you to plug and play the PDQ machines, the swipe machines that are there.
Actually, you were breaking. Can you repeat it again, please?
Yeah, it is nothing but the integration of the swipe machine into the software. So the technical team is going to design a particular application which will accept cash, check, and now the card. So they're going to create an application which will capture these three modes of payment. Because swipe machine is even more technical, we are going to integrate with the swipe machine which comes from a particular bank.
Got it.
Right? So this software will be compatible with any bank swipe machine which is being taken. So that is how they are going to develop a non-functional requirement, which is nothing but the software itself.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do anything on writing non-functional requirements as a BA?
No, now I'm going to tell you what exactly we'll be planning to do. Okay, for business requirements, we prepare a document called business requirement document. Okay, for stakeholder requirements, we're going to create user requirement document. Okay, functional requirements, we're going to create functional requirement specification document. Non-functional, you're going to create supplementary specification document. Yeah. So, and transition requirements, you don't create any document because that's a software that you're going to install. Now, if you look at this, we gather business requirements and user requirements, and we prepare functional requirements. Okay. So, what a business analyst does is he gathers business requirements and stakeholder requirements and prepares functional requirements. Okay. So now we're going to share these documents with you. Yeah, business requirement document, user requirement document, functional requirement specification. Now, one very important thing that you have to understand or remember here is the functional requirement specification, which is highlighted here. Okay, so let me give this a color. Blue. Okay, and the non-functional specification document, which is supplementary specification. Okay. Both of them combined are put in a document called SRS, which is software requirement specifications. Yeah, specification. Now, adding up functional and non-functional requirements gives this particular document called SRS, which is software requirement specification. All right. So this is documented in BRD. Sorry, one second. Okay. So once you understand the business requirements, you take the stakeholder requirements, combining them both, you prepare functional requirements. That is the role of a BA. Supplementary specification document, non-functional document, is prepared by the technical team. But you will, however, have to take it from the technical team and work closely with the technical team to get this document. Because supplementary specification document will have all technical aspects. So functional requirement and non-functional requirement combined together will give you SRS, which you will have to document. That is merging your user requirements that you got from the client, stakeholder requirements, and the UML diagrams that you draw, and also the technical requirements put together. Right. So it is called the software requirement specification, and this particular document is the first legal document that has to be signed by the client.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again, please?
Yeah, software requirement specification is the first legal document that needs to be signed by the client, and business analyst should take a sign off from the client. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Next, now we've discussed about stakeholders. Now I'm going to talk about types of stakeholders that are there. Okay, there are three types of stakeholders: business stakeholders, project stakeholders, third-party stakeholders. Okay, your business stakeholders are no one but your clients or your users. Project stakeholders, your company.
What do you say?
Third-party
IT company?
stakeholders, that is the company that you're going to join.
Okay, so IT company, that means that's we can say, in other words, it's our project team, right?
Brilliant, perfect. And third-party stakeholders are called negative stakeholders or external consultants. Okay, and they can be anybody. They can be a competitors who already developed certain softwares that you plan to develop. Okay, and there might be a company which might be using a particular software application, yeah, which would be helping in one particular domain. So when you're trying to compete and you're trying to create another software, yeah, so you're going to compete with the third-party stakeholder. For example, if I take an example called Tally, it's an accounting software. It is already there in the market, so you're trying to develop another Tally. So that is called a third party or a negative stakeholder.
Okay.
And such softwares are called COTS, commercial off-the-shelf software. Right?
Got it.
So yeah, Harry, I think we will wrap it up today. I will recap whatever we've discussed so far. Yeah. So responsibilities of a business analyst. The role of a business analyst is a mediator between the technical team and the client. Okay. Business analyst is responsible for client requirements and ownership of client requirements. The duties of a business analyst are to gather requirements using illustration techniques, document requirements using Word, okay, or any company-specific standards based on IEEE standards, which is Institute of Electronics and Electrical Engineers. Then a business analyst models the requirements using UML, which is called Unified Modeling Language. Technical team takes care of the design, development and testing phase. And during that particular phase, the business analyst will create a prototype to ensure that the customer is aware of what kind of application is being built. Then BA maintains the track record in a document called Requirement Traceability Matrix from the design phase till the UAT, which is User Acceptance Testing. BA also handles change requests and logs it into the change tracker. Okay, and the two international bodies, IIBA, International Institute of Business Analysis, set up in 2003. They focus on 6 knowledge areas. They have certifications CCBA and CBA. Quality Assurance International is set up in 1980 with 9 skill categories, and their certificates are CABA and CSBA. Requirements Engineering Board gives a certification on CPRE. The requirements are nothing but the need of the client. There are 4 types of requirements: business requirements, stakeholder requirements, solution requirements, again subdivided into functional and non-functional requirements. And you have transition requirements. So business requirements are nothing but the requirements of the client, and stakeholders are the people who are working in the client company and who are going to use this IT solution. Right, and based on gathering business requirements and stakeholder requirements, a business analyst will prepare functional requirements, and the technical team will prepare the non-functional requirements in terms of what is going to be the technology, what is going to be the user interface, what is going to be the other aspects of technicality, and a supplementary specification document is the outcome of it. Okay, so once a business analyst prepares FRS, which is functional requirement specification, it is merged together with supplementary specification document, and that results in SRS, which is software requirement specifications. Okay, and business requirements are gathered in a document called BRT, which is business requirement document. Stakeholder requirements are gathered into a document called URT, which is user requirement document. Okay, next we've seen an example of a store where the business requirement is accepting payments. The stakeholders say that we want to accept by cash, check and card. Okay, functional requirements is to create a screen and show it to the user saying this is how your application is going to look, putting everything together. And technical team will develop a software which will accept cash, which will accept card, which will accept check. Right, and we've looked at stakeholders. There are three types of stakeholders: business stakeholders, project stakeholders, and third-party stakeholders. Business stakeholders are the clients or people whom we go to for business. Project stakeholders are the IT company or the company with which we are working in, or it is our IT team. Third-party stakeholders are negative stakeholders or external consultants, okay, who are already there in the market and creating other softwares which are already existing. Okay, that is the reason they call negative stakeholders. All right. And Harry, just wanted to let you know that maybe you see, because I'm going to discuss all the topics at this pace. Hope my pace is okay with you.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And would you mind scrolling up, buddy? Scroll up.
Yeah.
So yeah, hang on there. Right there. I had a question right there. Yes, on TM, and we are going to use this document tomorrow again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you mind just put one slash and put other terms in there called burn down charge? Burn down charge.
Okay, it's similar to an RTM, yeah. Product burn down.
Yeah,
and,
so we will discuss later because since you are trying to wrap it up, I don't want to bother you right now.
One more important thing which I wanted to say was the SRS document is nothing but your product backlog.
Product. Is it product backlog or sprint backlog? It should be sprint backlog because
it is called a product backlog because you're going to do a product burn down after that. Yeah, so it's called a product backlog. Sprint is nothing but we're going to get there once we look at the SDLC, software development life cycles. Then we're going to discuss about sprint and whatever is there in Scrum.
Okay, that is fine.
But for the time being, yeah, you can just take this down.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I think
so yeah. Harry, we're going to meet every day at say 5 in the evening, my time, Indian time, and we're going to discuss for an hour. I think we should be in a position to complete it by the date that you specified, by the 28th, before the 28th. So I think 1 hour per day in the evening should be fine.
Okay.
Or maybe 1.5 per day in the evening should be fine.
Yeah, 1.5 per day. You know what? Let me put it this way, Venkat. You know what? When I think, you know what? After talking to you for 1 hour, I think I found somebody, whoever I was looking for.
Right.
So you're the right person. And my problem is like when we spend, like, let's say in the evening, your evening, then my whole day is here to work on that, whatever you tell me. Because I really want to work 24 hours before I go to the project. I really want to be very, very accurate on everything. At least I can face the project. One thing.
Yeah.
Second thing, if we go spend like everything real quick and I don't do anything on that, so I will not have practical exposure. And according to this one, I have I really want a surety from you because I like you, the way you teach me. And I want the surety, like I will have at least, I will say, it doesn't matter how long the project will go, but at least for 4 to 6 months. That's what I'm expecting support from you.
Right.
So
See, again, see, I understand, Harry, but what happens, see, we don't actually spend at least 1.5 per day, right, looking at each scenario and all that, and once you get into the job and whenever you're stuck somewhere, right, if you could just give us a call or shoot a mail, we'll be in a position to get that sorted for you. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, my right now my thinking is like I really want to sit together every day, not morning and evening, but at least a 1.5 hour every your morning.
Okay.
That'll be my evening, because when I come back from the project, at least I
Right.
will get in touch with you for first 6 months. Because what happened? Let me tell you exactly what happened. They really liked me on the phone, and they have offered that if I, you know, do a very good performance over there for 6 months, then they will promote me as a PM for sure.
Okay. Right.
So I don't know what they liked in me or my profile, but I know it is a fake profile. But somehow they said, Harry, if you spend like 6 months very good over here, we will promote you. So I just want to try my best. That's why, I really want a surety from you guys, because I'm not gonna go to somebody else to find, guy like you, because I cannot find. I already tried 3, 4 guys. So you are a good fit for me.
Yeah.
So I really want like you guys to make sure that you stay available for me at least for next 6 months.
Yeah. Now, Harry, again, definitely we'll be in a position to help you out. But again, see, it depends. It depends on the training schedules and other things that we have here as well. So we will definitely try and help you out. That is something what I can tell you offhand. But we have a couple of trainers as well along with me, right? Suppose if I am engaged in some particular training program, right, they might come and clarify or sort out things for you. But it can be done only by a single person, because I hope you understand the time constraints and the different challenges ahead.
Totally, you're absolutely right, Venkat. But somehow this is my situation. I cannot even compromise on that.
No,
Right?
we will try. We will try and definitely help you out, Harry. That is not a problem, because initially, once you get into a particular project, once you understand the documents, I think one particular exercise that you do, I think once you're familiar with the subject, nobody needs to teach you or help you, because you get into the autopilot mode. Because once you understand what is to be done, then it's pretty easy for you to take it up.
Wow, I like it, autopilot.